Charlie's going back to his roots just in time for the new year, and you're invited to his Roots Revival concert this Saturday. Of course, he's here with the preview. Hey, Lightnin, Charlie, always glad to have you. Well, first, you got a book. Let's talk about that.
Well, the new book is out. It's actually the second edition of my book, Off the Record, which came out in 2009, I think. And so in the 3 years or so since the first edition, a lot of stuff has happened. And so I added 3 new chapters, a new afterword, which talks about a lot of the things that's happened. We were just discussing one big thing is our little thing, Lily, who's now 3 years old and is watching at home. Hi, honey. It's the funniest book I've ever read, really. It's the story of my life and what it's been like to be a musician and travel for a living. For so many years, but it's the kind of stories that, you know, Shakespeare couldn't make up. It's really, truly the funniest book I've ever read, and I lived it, you know. I mean, this is my life. And so it's available everywhere. Mr. K's in Johnson City has signed copies still, and you can get it on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com.
Okay, so a little enjoyment at your expense.
Yeah, right. Everything's funny as long as it's happening to somebody else.
Exactly. Now, the Roots Revival concert is coming up Saturday. What can our viewers expect there?
A whole lot of music, an 80-year, spanning 80 years of American music. We start with Jimmy Rogers in the 20s and work our way up through every kind of American music style. Country and gospel and folk and rock and roll and soul music, and we have a 56-song set list.
Wow.
It's just a really great show. It's our tribute to American music. It's not an ordinary Lightnin', Charlie and the Upsetters concert. It's our tribute to those American musicians.
And this is the 4th year for the Roots Revival concert.
It's our 4th time doing it over, I think, 3 years. This is the second time this year. And it's just been such a smash. We don't want to stop doing it, and it's such a audience-friendly thing.
Right.
Because there's something for everybody there, and we have an MC, for example, that introduces the bits, Matt Spriggs, who's a local Bristol guy, and hi Matt, and he comes out in costume and characterizations, and it's just really more of a theater experience, you know, than a rock and roll concert.
All right, so a lot to experience there. Now, you mentioned you have some other musicians joining you. Is that just your band, or is there
it'll be my 6-piece band, and because, you know, depending on the songs, we go from solo stuff to duos with my wife Beth, and acoustic and stuff on piano as a solo, and stuff with the full band with the horn section and everything. So there's a whole lot of different ensembles. If anybody wants tickets, also, I think the folks at the Renaissance Center are getting tired of fielding calls. Is tickets available at the door? It's general admission. Okay. Box office will open at 6:30, so folks can come to the Renaissance Center and get tickets night of show. Right. Call me.
Well, we definitely want a preview, so go ahead and take a
Great. Thank you, Tarah. I'm headed down that long, lonesome road, girl, where I'm bound. I can't tell. Goodbye is too good a word, girl, so I'll just say fare thee well. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window, baby, I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm moving on. Oh, don't think twice, it's alright. This guy, right? I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the edge out for the ties that bind. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I told Mary about us. I told her about our great sin. Mary cried and forgave me. Mary took me back again. She said if I wanted my freedom, I could be free evermore. But I don't want to be and I don't want to see Mary cry anymore. Oh, devil woman, let go of me. That's high. Devil woman, let me be and leave me alone. I'm going back home. First thing I remember knowing is a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her bleeding I denied. That leaves only me to blame, cause Mama tried. I go out walking